Audible has a huge library of audiobooks, but is it a good option for Christians and pastors? There are 3 reasons why you should consider Audible for your book consumption: speed, productivity, and enhanced comprehension. And stick around to the end of the video to see how these 3 categories specifically apply to Christians and pastors. Timestamps will be included in the description below if you just want to skip ahead. Audible allows you to increase or decrease the speed in which you hear the words from your book. For some books, it might be beneficial to speed the audio up 1.5 times, 2 times, maybe even 3 times as fast as the narrator is reading the book. We can usually comprehend audio faster than our eyes can read it from the pages of a book. So it naturally just makes sense that we would speed the audio up to match the speed in which our mind can understand it. And yes, this will vary from person to person. But there can also be value in intentionally slowing down the words that the narrator is speaking so that we can better understand it, have a deeper comprehension of it, and a more intentional study of the book. Listening to an audiobook allows us to learn and comprehend a book when we wouldn't otherwise be able to do so, like when we're working out or when we're driving. At times, we can take advantage of this and increase our productivity to learn more and to get more done throughout the day. Audiobooks are most effective at increasing our productivity when we're doing routine or low brain power activities that won't distract us from learning the material. And for books that require deep thought and understanding, like books that you may be studying for a class or for a study that you're trying to work on, it's best to ditch the increased speed, to ditch the multitasking, and actually pick up a copy of the book, whether that's digital or a physical copy, and read along with the audiobook. I did this during my undergrad for especially difficult reads, and I found that I understood the material better. I was able to focus through some of the longer chapters, and I actually just enjoyed reading the book more. Hey, real quick, in just a second, pause the video and leave a comment down below if you listen to audiobooks, or just leave a comment with the latest book that you've read or listened to. If you want to try out audiobooks for yourself and grab a free audiobook, then check out the description down below for a free trial of Audible Premium Plus. And if you're already an Amazon Prime member, you will get 2 free audiobooks instead of just 1. Check it out if you want to try listening to a book with no cost and no commitment. I think that Christians and pastors can benefit greatly from listening to audiobooks. Busyness isn't something to be celebrated in the Christian world, but sometimes it's just a reality. The ability to hear a book quicker than the narrator is actually speaking is great when you need to squeeze in a chapter in between doing something. Or maybe even a better reason is to quickly vet if you want to continue reading a book or continue listening to a book that you're not quite sure about. But when it comes time to intently listen to a book, especially books that help us to better understand Christ and the word that He gave us, it is so important to slow down. An increase in speed is not a good reason for Christians and for pastors to make the switch to audiobooks. I think the far more compelling reason to make the switch is for increased productivity. And I don't just mean maximizing our time so that we can always be doing something, but instead using the time that we do have, whether that's mowing the lawn or doing the dishes or driving to pick up the kids, using that time to grow and to learn and to mature. Audiobooks are perfect for these times. The book I was talking about when I was getting my undergrad was N.T. Wright's After You Believe. It's a scholarly book, and at times it was just really difficult to get through. Pastors, when you are reading through a really difficult book for a sermon, a series, or just a study that you're doing, I highly recommend also listening to the audiobook at the same time. Doing this easily gave me a letter grade better in the class, and it really did help me to better understand some, at times, really difficult material. The one caution I would give to all believers is that there isn't a strictly Christian section in Audible. So you kind of have to know what book you're searching for, because just looking in the religious category will lead you to some not so Christian books. Here is a list of a few books that I would recommend to start out with. Make sure to leave a comment down below of what book you've last listened to or read. I really do like hearing from you guys. See y'all next time, and God bless.